Hey guys, YouTuber Ninja here. Alright, now here I am continuing on reviewing the ECW pay-per-views. And now next up, this is going to be a review for Hardcore Heaven 1997. So this event was held in August 1997. And quite honestly, this really was not all that great, to be honest. I mean, especially like compared to Barely Legal, this was a pretty big step down as a follow up to Barely Legal. Like like the show wasn't terrible, but just gosh, I mean, it was just a very forgettable show. Like there was nothing about the show that really did stand out. Like there were like some good matches on the show, but there was like other stuff that just really was not good, and like it just seemed like stuff that really didn't need to be on this show. Yeah, plus yeah, there was one match on the show that I felt was like a pretty big disappointment. Like one match that really did seem like like you really would have expected a lot more out of, and yeah, this really just was. It really just like really was a pretty big disappointment, to be honest. Yeah. So this show really just it really is just like kind of like just a run at the mill show, and yeah, nothing about it really does stand out, to be honest. So to be quite honest, that's really the best way to put it. There was nothing about it that really did stand out, and yeah, it really is just like a pretty forgettable show overall. Yeah, so that's really the best way I can really put it. All right, let me just start talking about the matches. All right, so the show kicked off with the ECW Television Championship on the line, with Taz defending against Chris Candido, and yeah, this match was actually a pretty good opener. Yeah, it was like really like pretty well paced. Like, yeah, it just really did go back and forth. Both guys were hitting in their big moves. I did like at one point how like Chris Candido tried to like leapfrog over Taz, but Taz actually like kicked him right in the nuts. Yeah, and there were like some like high flying moves, a lot of power bomb usage in the match, and yeah, and the match really did just like go back and forth. Yeah. At one point, uh, Chris Candido like went for like the blonde bombshell on Taz, but Taz countered it with a Northern Lights Tazplex. Yeah, yeah. Then the match then really did just like go back and forth, and then like Chris Candido hit a power slam on Taz, and then as a Taz was like up on the turnbuckle. Then Taz then applied a Taz mission on Candido, and then eventually Chris Candido tapped out. So Taz ended up winning, and Taz retained the television championship. So it was a overall a nice opener and a good way to kick the show off, and a pretty good match. So I would guess I'd probably give that around like a 3.25. Yeah. And then next up, then it was Spike Dudley versus Bam Bam Bigelow. And yeah, this match really just lasted like 5 minutes, and this really was just like basically the big man little man match. I mean, yeah, pretty much like for this entire match, like it was really just a Bam Bam Bigelow just like throwing Spike Dudley all over the place like a rag doll. So I guess that really was just like the purpose for this match was really just for Bam Bam to really just like throw a spike like all over the place, and yeah, and that was pretty much like what this match really was for the 5 minutes that it lasted. I said, then Spike Dudley then like did like get like a little bit of offense in, like he hit an acid drop early on Bam Bam, but then Bam Bam like then like eventually gained the upper hand and just dominated Spike for the rest of the match. Like at one point, like there were a couple of points in the match where Bam Bam like actually like threw Spike into the crowd from inside of the ring. Yeah, Yeah, then like I said, just Bam Bam was just throwing Spike all over the place. Yeah, then eventually Bam Bam then hit a pile driver on Spike, and then Bam Bam salt, and then Bam Bam Bigelow pinned Spike and got the win. So yeah, so really just like a squash match stuff. So yeah, so I guess I would probably give that like I don't know. I guess I would give it like 2 stars. Then next up, then we had Rob Van Dam versus Al Snow. And this was the match that I was talking about, the match that people really did expect a lot more out of. Because, yeah, this match it really could have been a lot better than what it turned out being. I mean, just, what was wrong with RVD? Like, RVD just looked like so lost in this match. Like, he just seemed like so sloppy and stuff. And really just, RVD really did seem like capable of a lot more than what we got in this match. Yeah, this really just seemed like the match was solid, but nothing about it really did stand out. And plus, also, like, I had a very hard time really actually, like, paying attention to this match because I was just, like, so freaking distracted and annoyed with dumbass Bill Alfonso constantly blowing the whistle. Like, seriously, just shut up. Like, I had to listen to that throughout the entire match, and it was just so freaking annoying. Like, how did the crowd actually put up with that? Like, how did nobody like actually jump the barrier and like take out Bill Alfonso? Like, seriously, how could the crowd actually put up with that throughout the entire match? Yeah, so just yeah, but yeah, this match yeah, nothing about it really did stand out, to be honest. Like, it really just seemed like just sort of like a solid average match. Yeah, like it did like spoil to the outside of the ring. Like RVD, like I said, he seemed like really sloppy. I noticed there were like a couple of points where he was kind of like slipping from the ropes and the barricade. So yeah, so I don't know what was wrong with RVD here, but yeah, this match just did like kind of go back and forth. Lasted like about like 13 minutes. Then eventually RVD ended up getting the win with help from Bill Alfonso after like handing RVD a chair and hit Al Snow with the Van Daminator with the chair to get the win. So yeah, so yeah, like I said, that was probably the match that really like was the biggest disappointment on the show, and you really would have expected a lot more out of. Yeah, so I would probably give that like a 2 3/4. Then next up, then we had the ECW Tag Team Championship on the line. It was the Dudley Boys defending against PG-13, which consisted of JC Ice and Wolfie D. Yeah, and yeah, this match really was just like kind of there. I mean, yeah, this really was just like a match that was just there, and yeah, just nothing memorable about this match at all. Like, I really don't remember anything from this match. Like, it really was just like kind of just like an average match, and yeah, very standard and nothing memorable at all. Like, yeah, this lasted like 11 minutes, but like I said, just I really don't remember anything from this match. So, yeah, so that should tell you right there how how just this really was just like nothing really memorable happened in this match at all. But yeah, it just did kind of like go back and forth, and yeah, then the Dudley Boys then got the win after delivering a 3D to Wolfie, and then yeah, the Dudley Boys retained the titles. So yeah, like I said, that match was just like kind of there, and just an average match and nothing memorable about it at all. So I would give that probably like 2 stars. Then next up, then we had Tommy Dreamer versus Jerry the King Lawler. So yeah, this was like in 1997. This was still like during that whole like WWF and ECW angle where like ECW did like invade Raw, and like Jerry Lawler did invade ECW. So yeah, this was like during that whole situation. Yeah. Then yeah, this match really was just really bad and boring too. Plus, yeah, this match was way too long. This match lasted like almost 20 minutes. Yeah, it lasted like 20 minutes, and yeah, and it was just like really bad and boring. I mean, like, oh man, I mean, this was just like dull and yeah, nothing memorable happened about this match. It really would just seem to be like Tommy Dreamer beating the hell out of Jerry Lawler, and Jerry Lawler like would fight back. Heck yeah, then we had like three different run-ins in this match. Like there was interference from Rick Rude, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Sonny. They all interfered in this match on behalf of Jerry Lawler, of course. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I guess like if you're like a diehard ECW fan, and yeah, and given like how Jerry Lawler was like always bashing ECW, like if you're like one of those kinds of people that like were fans of ECW and wanted to see what Jerry Lawler get what was coming to him, then yeah, I guess like this match will be for you. But yeah, this still was like a this was like a really boring match. It lasted way too long. The run-ins were just useless. Yeah. Then yeah, then eventually then uh like as after Sonny interfered, here Beulah then went after Sonny, yeah, but then yeah, then Jerry Lawler then like grabbed Beulah, tried to hit her with a pile driver, but then yeah, then Tommy Dreamer then was then tried to go after Jerry Lawler with a chair, but then Jerry Lawler used Beulah as a shield, but then yeah, then Beulah low blow Jerry Lawler, and then Tommy Dreamer then hit a then put Jerry Lawler in a testicular claw, then gave him a DDT, and Tommy Dreamer got the win. So yeah, but yeah, this match really was just like so freaking boring and too long. The useless run-in. So yeah, a pretty bad match, but probably like every diehard ECW fan's dream match just to see Jerry Lawler get beaten down like this. So yeah, so I would probably give that like oh man, I guess I would probably lay it on. I'll give it 1 star. Yeah. And then we got the main event, a three-way dance for the ECW Championship. Yeah, it was Sabu who was the champion, defending against Terry Funk and Shane Douglas. Yeah, and overall, this was a pretty good match right here. This was probably definitely the best match of the night. Yeah, 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 it was a pretty well-paced match. Like all three guys looked really good here. Once again, Bill Alfonso was like at ringside with Sabu here. Yeah, and once again, Bill Alfonso was continuing to freaking blow that damn whistle. Yeah, and I just had to like mute this match while watching it because I just couldn't listen to Bill Alfonso blowing that damn whistle anymore. Yeah, but yeah, this was overall a pretty good match. All three guys did look pretty good here. There was like some great high fly spots from Sabu. I did like how at one point I was Sabu like tried to like jump off the chair onto the ropes. Like the chair actually broke and Sabu actually bent the seat, which I thought was kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah. And there was a cool spot where I think it was Shane Douglas that was like in the crowd over the barricade, and Sabu actually like jumped from like the ropes and into the crowd to Shane Douglas, which was a pretty cool spot right there. Yeah. Then yeah, all three guys just like were like just like doing a bunch of high fly moves and power bombs and just a whole bunch of big moves on each other. Yeah, yeah. Then eventually the Sandman came out because yeah, this show was talking about how earlier in the night RVD and Sabu took Sandman out, but yeah, the Sandman then came back to the arena, then interfered in the match, and then attacked Sabu and delivered a rolling rock to Sabu onto a ladder. Yeah. Then eventually Terry Funk and Shane Douglas then simultaneously pinned Sabu and eliminated him. Yeah, yeah. Then it was down to Terry Funk and Shane Douglas guaranteeing a new ECW World Champion. Then Francine, who was at ringside with a Shane Douglas, tried to get involved and attack Terry Funk, but then Dory Funk Jr. then came out and then evened things up and chased Francine away. Yeah, yeah. Then the match then just ended as Shane Douglas just hit a whole series of belly to belly suplexes on Terry Funk, which Terry Funk kept surviving. But then eventually, then Shane Douglas was able to finally defeat Terry Funk with one. So so Shane Douglas won, and Shane Douglas became the new ECW World Champion. So well, this was overall a pretty entertaining match, and I think it was definitely the best match of the show. So I would probably give that match like a 3.5 stars. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say at one point like Bill Alfonso tried to help Sabu like put a table into the ring. Yeah, but then the commissioner or I think was it Todd Gordon? Yeah, he came out and then like I tried to like take Bill Alfonso out, but then at the end of it, I think it was Terry Funk then put both um, Gordon and Bill Alfonso on the table, and Sabu like splashed through the both of them. So at least Bill Alfonso did finally get taken out. So no more of that damn whistle. Yeah. So like I said, I give that match a 3.5 stars. Yeah. So overall with the show, I guess I would probably give it. Oh gosh, I guess I would probably give it like a 5.5 out of 10. There was nothing about the show that really did stand out, to be honest. I mean, ECW title match was good, television title match was good, but everything else really just like was just very like unmemorable and really not that good, to be honest. Yeah, this show was definitely a downgrade from Barely Legal. So really just as far as the show goes, not really recommended, to be honest. Definitely watch a Barely Legal over this one. Yeah, I did say how like Barely Legal was worth watching for historic purposes, with that being the first ECW pay per view, and plus it was a great show on its own. But this one, no, it's not worth watching at all. So I guess that's the best way I can put it. There's nothing about this one that really does stand out, to be honest, and it's not doesn't even have any historic purposes for ECW. So I think this is one that you can skip over. All right, so I guess that's the best way I can put it. All right, so I guess this is my review of ECW Hardcore Heaven 1997. So I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to say about the show. So then stay tuned for more ECW reviews coming throughout the month. All right, but I hope you guys did enjoy this one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.